What's up, dude? Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's see, today's oh my gosh, today's case does involve a child, so if that is something that will be triggering to you, definitely click off of this video, and I have a bunch of other videos, on different topics, so go click on one of those maybe, or just find a happier YouTube video to watch maybe. But that being said, let's just jump right into today's case. So on October 5th, 2022, 22-year-old Leilani Simon, I'm pretty sure it's Simon, but I heard someone say pronounced like Simone, but it's Simon, from Savannah, Georgia, called 911 and told the dispatcher that she woke up and found her front door open and her son was missing from his playpen. So Leilani's son was 20-month-old Quinton. The 911 call was placed just after 9:30 a.m. and she claimed that her boyfriend had been the last person to see him around 6 a.m. that morning. Leilani, as well as her boyfriend Danielle Yunkin and the babysitter Mikarta, all searched for Quinton. Leilani also has a 3-year-old son named Zane. The family lived with Leilani's parents, Thomas and Billy Joe Howell. However, Billy Joe wanted to evict Leilani and Daniel from the house because she said, "They have damaged my property and at this point no one is living in peace." Billy Joel also said that Leilani would just lie. She got really comfortable with lying, so she would just lie all the time. And there were a lot of other things she said that she had done as well that just made her not really want to trust her. Billy Joel wanted to get custody of both of her grandkids, which she did in fact get. As the police searched for Quinton, more would come out about Leilani and the care that she provided for her children. Mikarta said that she would find bruises on the kids, and when she would tell Billy Joel about them, Billy would just say "Oh, I'll talk to Leilani about it," but then nothing would happen, and Mikarta would still see bruises later on, new bruises on the kids. She also said that neither Leilani or Daniel had called the police about missing Quinton until she asked. So she was "Yeah, I showed up." Was "Hey, you guys called 911 yet?" And they were "No. No, we didn't." Just kidding. That's not a quote, but that's how I imagine it happened. Mikarta also said that one particular morning, they were outside in the ditch. "My daughter saw them and came running in. We went down there and Leilani was not inside. I called Billy Joel. She then contacted Leilani. Leilani was home. She was just in the house somewhere." So it sounds like these two live fairly close to each other, because if the daughter ran out and saw the kids were in the ditch and then ran and told her mom, it sounds like they live maybe within the same neighborhood. She went on to say that the morning Quinton went missing, "I got a text this morning saying that they would not be here, would not be babysitting them at 5:29 a.m., which was kind of odd because I have them even when she doesn't work." Mikarta further stated, "And then I got a text at 9 a.m. saying, 'Have I seen Quinton?' I immediately go to their house. I try to help them look. They don't want that. So I've been just waiting around like everybody else." So they called her at 9. It wasn't until 9:30 when they called the cops. So make it make sense. The Savannah Police, FBI, a Liberty County Sheriff's Office canine team, and a mosquito control helicopter join in on the search for Quinton. Roads near the family's home were temporarily closed during the day, and neighbors would also go out and help look for him. Right away, he wasn't assumed to be dead because there was no evidence to support that theory. He was just considered to be a missing person. In court documents, it's revealed that Billy Joe and Thomas do have custody of Quinton. That was brought up in court, I'm sure, because it was okay, well, if they had custody of him, why weren't they watching him? Why weren't they making sure that he was in bed safe, and that, I don't know, the door was locked? Because, the fact that Leilani thought that someone came in and just, stole her son, I don't know. That just seemed girl, come on. The police reported that they were working 18 to 20-hour days looking for Quinton. They searched the home, a backyard pool, and a pond. Search and rescue teams were working so hard to try to find him, but they would have to take periodic like breaks because they would work a week straight trying to find him. So just for everyone's like mental health and sanity, they would take breaks here and there, or like there'd be a holiday in between, so they would take a break like for that, but then literally the next day they would be back to looking. On October 9th, a tip line was established for information about the case, and after 5 days of Quinton being missing, the police released the cops' radio tapes the morning of the disappearance.
We have a signal 56. Complaint advised her 1-year-old son is missing. She woke up, her door was open, but he's unable to open a door. I think someone came in and took him.
The house had been searched again, and the pool was drained because the water had gotten like kind of murky, so they just wanted to like make absolutely sure that there wasn't like a decomposing body in the pool or anything like that. After a week passed, the Chatham County Police issued a statement saying, "We are saddened to report that CCPD and the FBI have notified Quinton Simon's family that we believed he is deceased. We have named his mother, Leilani Simon, as the prime suspect in this disappearance and death, but no arrests have been made and no charges have been filed." They didn't feel like she was a flight risk, and because they didn't have a body, they still felt like, okay, enough time has passed and there's been no sighting of him. He's probably deceased, unfortunately. On October 18th, Leilani told authorities that she had taken some house garbage out to a dumpster about 1.5 miles away from the home. Like, she said it was just like usual household stuff. So an extensive search of the landfill was done, and they were hoping to find his body like amongst the garbage, hopefully. And I say hopefully because it's like then at least the family would get closure and they could hopefully figure out what and maybe who was responsible for what happened to Quinton. The next day, as the search at the landfill continues, Leilani and Billy Joe are seen taking shots at a Tybee Island motel. They were drinking top shelf shots and flirting with staff members. They were having a great time, like they didn't have a care in the world, a server had told a newspaper. They were drinking Patron shots in the deck area, being loud and laughing. It's almost like they were trying to draw attention to themselves. People started heckling them, like once they realized that they were staying there, and they managed to rack up a $300 bill, like alcohol bill. Protesters also began showing up at the family's home. Leilani did an interview where she said that she hopes her son will be found happy and alive, and claims that she isn't hiding from law enforcement. Now, remember, they said that they weren't afraid of her being a flight risk. On October 31st, Leilani changed her story and says that Daniel was the one to leave the house that morning of Quinton's disappearance. Finally, on November 21st, remains are found in the landfill and are confirmed to be human. Leilani is charged in the murder of Quinton as well as concealing the death of another, false statements or writings to conceal facts or fraudulent documents in matters of government, and false report of a crime. Billy Joe is found in contempt of court and gets 10 days in jail. The district attorney, Shalina Cook Jones, announces that there are 19 indictments against Leilani, including malice murder, felony murder, 1 count of concealing his death, and several counts of making false statements during the investigation. On March 23rd, 2023, Leilani was denied bond and waived a formal reading of the charges against her, and she pled not guilty. According to the indictment, Leilani met with a drug dealer the night before her son's death and used an unspecified drug. On the morning of October 5th, 2022, Quinton was assaulted with an unknown object and caused him serious bodily injury, and then dumped him in a trash bin. She told investigators that she had left her home that morning to meet a friend at a gas station to get Orajel, but they believe that this is when she was dumping the body. And remember, she told the babysitter not to come that morning that she didn't need to. The trial is set for August 7th, and as of now, this is all the information that we have about this case. If you guys would like me to keep you updated, I definitely will do so. But other than that, that is it for me today. I hope that we see some justice for Quinton. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this interesting, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will be back tomorrow with another True Crime Career video. Bye, guys.